Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's Hell's Kitchen recap.
Unfortunately, last week, G went home because she sprained her ankle. That sucked. Everybody's riding Lacey's ass this episode.
They're like, what, you think you should be here instead of G?
You want me to quit right now? Just keep talking.
You got some big shoes to fill.
Alright, so the sous chefs wake up the sous chefs with pots and pans at 2 freaking early o'clock.
Yeah, they said that they went to bed at 3, so...
I'm guessing it was probably like 6.
5.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
They get to the location, the secret location, and they're like, do you have a heart condition?
Scott is crazy.
Yeah.
He's like, does anyone here have a heart condition?
Alright, get fully dressed and grab a barf bag. And if you're over 18, let's play the game. So they enter the facility and they see that it's a meat processing plant. And it's freaking cold. It was disgusting. I don't want to eat meat anymore.
Neither.
It was really nasty.
I'm done with red meat.
Right.
I'm trying to wean myself off slowly.
Then they had like a lecture while they were there talking about all the different cuts and where they are on the cow and blah, blah, blah. Lacey didn't want to know about it.
So then they meet up with Gordon back at Hell's Kitchen, and he's joined by 2 of his friends. Fake cows, Jelly Bean and Bessie.
Okay, it's a 2-part challenge. 1 at a time, they're going to have to go up to the 8 plates of meat on their table
And identify
the cut and where it came from on the cow.
Well, first they have to identify all the cuts, and then once they get all of those correct, they move on to the fake cow.
So it was pretty easy to identify the cuts on the table. After a few wrong choices, they finally figured it out.
But both teams are having a real problem.
Real bad
identifying where everything came from.
It's not that hard. You know, a bottom round is not on the front.
Lacey, are you kidding me?
I know. Seth got 7 wrong out of 8.
Oh my god, and in his little commentary, he was all like, yeah, I got like 6 or 7 out of 8 correct.
No, wrong.
Yeah, but he thought he was right.
Well, the men finally pulled it out of their ass and won, but it wasn't by much. The women, as their punishment, are going to have to butcher, like, several sides of beef.
And they had to carry it in from the truck.
Oh, it was really nasty. And then they had to eat all the, like, gross parts, you know, like the heart and stomach and...
So, Andrea puked a lot.
A lot is right.
That would have been me.
Yeah, well, I would have been the person hearing somebody else puke and then puking.
I just would have been
It's a chain reaction puke.
I would have been the initial puker.
Men got their reward. The men got their reward. They got to go to a winery via a private jet and hang out with Gordon.
Yeah.
Tasting wine, going to the steakhouse. Now I want to eat red meat again. I wanted to dive into that one
really
delicious
don't want
steak.
It's grossed me out.
All right, well,
Just
the
a
guys.
little side note.
Yeah.
Robert gave up his wedding day to
I
be
know.
on the show.
I can't believe he did that.
I remember him saying that in the last episode.
I would have gotten married and then gone. You know, like just a quickie ceremony. All right, so the guys had an awesome time, and yeah, it was delish. They showed back up where the girls were cutting up all the meat, and they were like,
There was no need to be obnoxious like that.
Well, they must. So it is Hell's Kitchen after all. The next day, it's dinner service.
But guess what? It's now Hell's Kitchen Steakhouse.
Nice.
And the rules have changed.
Nice, Gordon.
For 2 hours, one team will be cooking and the other team will be serving, and then they're gonna switch for the next 2 hours.
Okay, so the men's team will be cooking first, and the ladies will be serving.
Their choice, because they won.
Right. Charlie's cloth caught on fire.
Cloth.
He seemed like high most of the time, like confused.
By the way, I can't remember if you just said it. I feel like Charlie. They had 2 hours to feed as many people as they could.
Oh, okay. So then, what the F? He was ready to serve dessert 4 minutes in.
He came up all like, here it is, chef.
No.
No, they didn't even serve apps yet, and you're making dessert.
I know.
Are you freaking kidding me?
The starters haven't even gone out.
I could not believe that.
All right. Apparently they were in a hurry because Giovanni's steak was so raw, it was still mooing.
And he is the executive, whatever, chef.
For a steakhouse.
At a steakhouse.
Not cool. And it wasn't just that one steak. Quite a few steaks were sent back, cooked improperly.
So, because of all of the wasted food, they ran out of fillets.
And Gordon told Seth,
Stop prepping!
cut some more fillets.
Yeah.
So he'd never really dressed up a filet mignon before, and he wasted like half of it.
He cut away like half of it.
And Gordon found that he hid it underneath one of the prep tables and was like, "Look at that!"
He's like throwing it all over the place.
Shut it down,
You wasted the most expensive part.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He really did.
He did.
So it's the ladies' turn now.
Mm-hmm.
And Charlie was a really bad waiter.
He was. He forgot who he was taking orders from. It was just bad.
He spilled like cups of bacon
It
on
was a
this
lot
one
of
table.
bacon.
What was
In
up
the
with
water,
that?
it was
all over somebody.
disaster.
And the women's steaks got sent back, even though they were perfectly cooked.
Yeah, Gordon was looking at it and he was like, WTF, these are perfect.
Methinks me smells a little sabotage.
And Seth admitted it, and he was all like,
Yeah.
we'll do whatever we have to win.
Because they sabotaged us in the first round.
No, they didn't.
No, it was raw.
And they just sucked at taking orders. That's why there was
All
a
right.
delay.
Well, it's time for the results. The worst waiter. Charlie. That's a
Worst
shock.
Waitress. Lacey.
Or lazy. And the most entrees served, and therefore the winner of this round of Hell's Kitchen was...
The ladies.
Thank you. So, men, piss off and pick two. So, they come back with their two selections, Seth, because he's got no kitchen etiquette or experience.
And Charlie. Execution was bad.
And you were kind of high the whole time.
But there was a little controversy because it seemed like Jay came up with his own nominations. Like it wasn't what the team decided on, because Seth was like, I want to vote.
Yeah.
Chef, this is not right.
And then he gave like an hour-long speech about why he shouldn't be nominated.
And Gordon was like, where's the off button?
I know.
No.
So
That's what he did.
Yeah, Charlie sent home. He was high, or high acting. And now piss off. Next week, Colleen plays cheerleader.
It looks like they're serving breakfast to some
Pee-wee
Pee-wee
football league
and
and-
cheerleaders.
Right.
Footballers.
Yeah, footballers' wives.
American footballers, so football.
Yeah, the blue team, aka the men, have a meltdown.
Yeah.
And it's the most controversial Hell's Kitchen ever.
Oh, I can't wait.
Till then, much love.